Hello, everyone, and welcome to this explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today. We are going to unlock the ultimate key to transforming confusing English into perfectly clear, natural-sounding sentences. I mean, have you ever wondered why you can know all the right vocabulary, but somehow your sentence just doesn't sound quite right to a native speaker? Well, today we're mastering word order in English to build clear, correct, and natural sentences, and we're going to fix exactly that. So, I want to ask you directly, right out of the gate, why do some English sentences sound unnatural? It's a really great question. You see, while some languages out there are incredibly flexible with where you can place your words, English is definitely not. It relies heavily on strict word placement to make sense. If you shuffle the words around, the entire meaning of your sentence can change, or, it might just fall apart completely. So here is our agenda for today. We're going to cover 1. The secret to natural English. 2. The core SVO foundation. 3. Adding adjectives and adverbs. 4. Questions and negative sentences. And 5. We'll wrap up by testing your sentence skills. Okay, let's dive right into section 1, the secret to natural English. That big secret? It's word order. Word order is simply the strict arrangement of words in a sentence required to express clear meaning. Seriously, it's one of the absolute most important rules in English grammar. Unlike some other languages where word positions are kind of more of a suggestion, in English, this arrangement is your essential framework. Without it, your communication just breaks down. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what I mean. Just look at the left side here. Apples eat I. It's the same 3 words as the correct sentence, but the garbled word order creates immediate confusion. I mean, are the apples eating you? No way. Now look at the right side. I eat apples. The correct order creates instant clarity. You instantly know who is doing what. Let's move on to section 2, the core SVO foundation. Think of it just like building a house. We need to know our materials before we start pouring the concrete, right? So these are the main parts that make up an English sentence. We have the subject, the verb, the object, the complement, and the adverb. Every single sentence you build is going to use a combination of these specific materials. So the most crucial point to remember is the SVO pattern. SVO stands for subject, verb, object. This is the standard sequence that almost all basic English sentences follow. The subject is who acts. The verb is the action itself, and the object is who or what receives that action. Honestly, master this, and you've basically mastered the backbone of the English language. Let's look at another comparison to really lock this in. On the left, we have she books reads. This totally violates our new rule. The subject, she, is there, sure, but then we get the object, books, before the verb, reads. It just sounds broken. Now look at the right side. She reads books. Subject, verb, object. Notice the strict placement here. The subject absolutely must come before the verb and the verb before the object. It's perfect, clear, and totally natural. Okay, on to section 3, adding adjectives and adverbs. Let's talk about adjectives first. When you're adding adjectives, the rule in English is very strict. They must be positioned immediately before the nouns they describe. Look at the left. A car, red, beautiful. It's confusing. But on the right, a beautiful red car. The adjectives beautiful and red step right in line directly before the noun car. Easy, right? We also have frequency adverbs. These are fantastic little words that tell us how often something happens. Words like always, usually, often, sometimes, and never. So where do these go? Well, they usually drop in right before the main verb of your sentence. For example, you'd say, I always eat apples, not I eat always apples. Now, what if you want to give a ton of detail at the end of your sentence? If you have multiple adverbs explaining how, where, and when, you must follow this exact 3-step sequence. Step 1 is manner. How did it happen? Step 2 is place. Where did it happen? And step 3 is time. When did it happen? Manner, place, time. Let me read this example out loud for you so you can hear how perfectly natural the manner, place, time sequence sounds. She sang beautifully at the concert yesterday. Beautifully is our manner. At the concert is our place, and yesterday is our time. If you mix these up and say, she sang yesterday at the concert beautifully, it suddenly sounds incredibly unnatural to a native ear. Always stick to manner, place, time. Moving right along to section 4, questions and negative sentences. To form a question in English, we use what's called inverted word order.
This just means a piece of our verb structure flips to the front, right before the subject. Look at the left. You are eating apples? I mean, technically people might understand you through the tone of your voice, but grammatically? Look at the right side. The auxiliary verb are flips to the front to make, are you eating apples? That is the correct way to build a question.
Now for negative structures, it's actually quite simple. The word not simply wedges itself right between the auxiliary verb and the main verb. So it's subject plus auxiliary verb plus not plus main verb. So we get, I do not eat apples. The core SVO structure is still right there. We've just neatly tucked do not right into the middle.
Finally, Section 5. Test your sentence skills. Let's see what you've learned. I actually highly encourage you to take a brief pause here. Consider this sentence. They football play. Try to figure out exactly what is wrong with the word order here, based on the SVO rules we just discussed. Take a second.
Okay, did you get it? The correct sentence is they play football. If you guessed that the verb must come before the object, you perfectly applied the core SVO foundation. They is the subject, play is the verb, and football is the object. Great job. Let's try just one more. We're going to build a descriptive phrase this time. Take a brief pause one last time and arrange these scattered words into the correct sequence. Small, table, a, wooden. Think about those strict rules for adjectives we covered.
And here's the answer. A small wooden table. Because adjectives absolutely must come immediately before the noun they describe, this is the only correct way to build this phrase. Table is the noun, so it goes at the end, perfectly described by small and wooden. I want to leave you with this fantastic quote directly from our source material. The more you practice building sentences in the correct order, the more confident and fluent your English will become. Keep learning, keep practicing, and see you in the next chapter. Remember, correct word order is the foundation that makes communication clear. Practice really is the absolute key to fluency.
And finally, I'll leave you with this empowering question. What perfect sentence will you build next? Take that SVO rule, take your adjectives and your adverbs, and confidently apply them in your next real-world conversation. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep up the fantastic work, and I will see you next time.